Hi, and thank you for taking time to listen to my request. So, here's what I would like the inbound email to do. And I honestly, I don't know how it seems like it should be easy, but I don't know how hard. Maybe it's a lot harder than I think it is. What I would actually, before I even show you this, what I would like it to do is when an email is coming in to a domain, either a dedicated sending domain or a default dedicated domain, I would like the inbound email trigger to detect, to filter by the addressee on the domain. So if the inbound domain is at lc.mysasbusiness.com, all the emails there are delivered to the conversations tab and they're forwarded to my Gmail. Okay, got it. And I can use my Gmail account to reply to emails manually. And I can use the conversation tab to reply to emails manually. But if on the front of lc.mysasbusiness.com I have sales and I have support and I have info, then I would like to be able to filter off that header such that the workflow triggers a different set of actions if it's a general info question versus if it's a direct sales question versus if it's a help desk question. If it's a help desk question, I need to start a trouble ticket and I need to initiate a research into solving their problem. If it's a info ticket, maybe I put it off for later in the day. I don't respond to it right away. Um, but with automation, I don't have to wait to respond to it. With a sales, this is about incoming money. That's important to me. But at the same time, some of the sales inquiries, especially the initial response, can be automated. So why should I have to manually go over to my Gmail account or even the conversations tab when the initial set of questions and do you want to book an appointment can all happen inside the CRM? So here's what I have that I think doesn't work. So inbound email to my um, my domain, my dedicated sending domain, or my default dedicated domain for my agency. And I created this trigger, and actually that's not even the best one because so I have this framework that I call the 9 business models. And so if somebody sends me a request regarding business model 8, I want to respond to them in a different way than if they respond to me, send a email to me using this framework. Say I had a inbox for all 9 business models. I have a different way I want to respond to them. I want to give them a different set of information than depending on which one they ask about. But the filter for customer replied, um, so it's already um, hmm, customer replied. Shouldn't it be a channel? So maybe I have this completely set up wrong. But reply channel is email. Contains phrase. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I had the filters in the wrong sequence. Um, maybe because I didn't have a reply channel. Um, I think my thought process was that if someone happened to send a text message that contained that Model 8 at Ball Guy Marketing, we would just we'd run with it. Um, but maybe not. Um, and then if it's a no reply email, I want to be able to dump it in a wait and that hold it wait step for a long period of time would mean that any additional new inbounds coming from that wouldn't trigger the workflow. Um, Meanwhile, what I want is a different response if it's help at the ball guy marketing versus if it's Model 8. There's business Model 8. Model 8. And this in this case, I literally have business Model 8. Replied message contains Model 8, the ball guy marketing.com. Okay. Internal notification. And then I want to send an email, and I want to send different emails here than if they're sending a message to me from that. And in the long term, we would make those a conversation AI action. That would be based that would be give a different prompt to AI based off of which type of request was coming in. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to look to see what that see what that email that first email that's within the first uh, 1 minute, and it's look forward to helping you get utility out of HighLevel. Okay. So what I did is I cleared my personal email account out of the enrollment history, and then I went from Gmail personal and sent it to this workflow. Send it to that Model 8 at the Bulga Marketing that I just said. And our reentry is on. There we go. So there is my character. I'm in the workflow. So if I go to, so now it should go to this workflow. Let me go ahead and put a wait step here. And I'll go ahead and put a and yes, I should have used the copy action. Okay, let's do a refresh. Still there. So if it goes down the path I want it to go, it should send the email that says, "Thanks for contacting Bald Guy about HighLevel support." If it sends the one I don't want it to send, it should send the email that says, "Thanks for contacting Bald Guy Marketing. In the meantime, check out our Facebook group." Cancel. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, see how much of my 2 minutes I've used because I've used most of it. And he's gone. And which tag is he in? Which column is he in? So you see that he didn't go down this Model 8 channel. He went down the none channel. And that's what I think the problem is it shouldn't go down the none channel. It should go down the channel, the Model 8 channel. Thank you. I'm Keith Bashirs.